Thursday night footy is underway. Dolphins with first use of the football. It's taken by Averillo, who dummied there to Molo and will take the line on himself. Herbie Farnworth, what a player. Now Donahue on the front foot, on the last. Oh, what a ball! Magical from Katoa. He can do it all, and Oren Keeley will score the first try of the night for the Dolphins. North Queensland building. It's with Dearden into the line, then passing. Edwards, Purdue, Drinkwater. Oh, lovely. Brilliant build-up and great try, and that is a lovely hit back from the Cowboys. There's the kick from Katoa. Here come the chasers. Oh, is there an escort there? Lemuelu taken out. Yep. This was an easy one, I think, for the referee.
Going nicely.
And he gets it to dummy half. Goes through the hands. Purdue, Dearden, Drinkwater, and now it's off the boot. Here he goes. And here we go. Averillo over the over the halfway line. Here come the chasers, but they're going to chase in vain. Jake Averillo. Oh, aren't they good to watch, the Dolphins? Another try that started well inside their own half, and they go further in front. Down a short side. Oh, the hammer gets a pass away, and here goes Herbie. Here they come. Look at them. They're lining up. And who's there in support? Hamaso Tabuai-Fido. Kerr playing it. Graham goes to Donahue. Donahue to Averillo. Averillo to Lemuelu. Lemuelu. He's through. Gives it to the hammer. He just waited for him. Just waited for Hamaso Tabuai-Fido, who gets his second of the night. Graham goes on his own. He's got there. That's a try. Harrison Graham. And it's exactly what they're doing through Fine, who breaks free. He's got the rookie on his outside in game. Oh, it's Jermaine Azarko. Jermaine Azarko. Katoa puts in a kick. Herbie trying to get underneath it. He bats it back. It's Averillo to Lemuelu. Connolly's in. Has he got the ball down?
Held up.
Held up.
Last tackle.
They've held him up. Lars plays it 10 away. Purdue goes to Dearden and plays in motion. Quick hands. Taulagi has a double. Told the trainer to go away, and he's back at fullback. There's an offload. Purdue. Jackson Purdue is through. Drinkwater looming up in support. Finds his fullback, and Scott Drinkwater gets another North Queensland Cowboys try. Well, they're back in it. If they can jag another try in the next 5 minutes or so. Here we go. Nanai out wide. Here's a kick. Chasing out after it. Hang on a second. The second kick. Here they come, and sets up for Dearden. 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 The Cowboys. Whoa, wow. What a try. I'd love a settler here, the Dolphins. Lemuelu. A massive lead, whittled down to 10 points. A crusher tackle here. Now do they take it out to a 2 converted try lead by having a shot? As Zarko has nailed it. So it's a 12-point lead. They get beyond their own 20 here. Katoa to Lemuelu. Lemuelu's through. Here they come. They're lining up. Who's he going to give it to? This will seal the match. Averillo's in. Well, they gave their supporters a scare, and Jake Averillo has just put the Cowboys to sleep with his second of the night. Which way will they go? Katoa. Oh, he's going to go for one, and he's got it. Full time at Suncorp. The Dolphins 43 have defeated the Cowboys 24.
Well, Christian, they want to get better wins in a way without turning your top 30 players. I mean, the guys really no territory. It was pretty impressive. What did you make of it?
Oh, look, I agree with you. We're not worried about it. I said yesterday, we're not worried about who's not in the team. The blokes who are out there, I just love the way they keep turning up for each other. And it was great for Pete Hall to come in and make a debut for the club and have an influence on the game. And guys like Oblix and Tavita Nafahu, they just get better every week. So it's great to watch, and it's great for the club and great for the squad. And you're right there too. We didn't have a lot of territory. We did that to ourselves, I guess, at times, but we were still able to find ways to play some footy and attack, and we did that really well.
How nervous did you get in the second half, Christian?
I started to get a bit nervous. I thought it's a little learned for us there. I just thought we stopped competing as hard as we probably were prior to that, and the 2 tries straight after half time just probably allowed us to feel like it was done a little bit there, and we, as I said, we just stopped competing as hard as what we were. But what I'm really happy with is we were able to turn that around too. And we defended a couple of sets there under some real pressure. We turned around, we found points, and it's a great sign of a footy team.
I realise probably having his best season in his career. But you've moved him around. He's played a variety of positions, and tonight you had to move him again. I mean, why did you do that, and what did you make of his efforts and the way he's come along as a creative force and he's an inspirational figure now?
I love what he brings to the team. He's just a real footy player. Wherever we put him, he gets a job done. And I think he's played 4 positions in the last 5 weeks or something like that, and he's done every one of them really well. So it's great having a guy like that in our team that he's just can turn up wherever you need him, play multiple positions, and play them so well. And why did I move him there? I just felt that last week we didn't quite get the attack on that we needed, and we're a little bit vulnerable on that left edge. And I thought he did a great job in how he, in what he brought. And he brings a running game, he brings a support game, and he brings a very good defensive game. He's on Jeremiah Nanai as a terrific player there tonight, and they kept going to that edge, and I thought he did a great job.
Is that as good as you've seen Connolly play as well? I think it was 270 metres or something he finished up with for an edge forward.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's great. Look, he's a good footy player, Connolly. He's probably got to believe in himself a little bit more, to be honest, and he's starting to do that and starting to realise what he's capable of, and he's a big part of our team.
I was going to mention Oren Keeley, like the development of these guys. We were talking about Donahue the last few weeks, and Oren was outstanding out there. Christian, have they gone past what you thought they were capable of?
No, not really. We see these things at training, and both Oren and Connolly are good examples. They didn't get pre-seasons, those 2 blokes, through surgery and injuries and things like that. So they're always going to come on a little bit more later in the season. But if you remember back to last year in the playing for North, the national final, Oren was the best player on the field that day, and he looked like a first grader, and so he's been waiting there for an opportunity and just needing an opportunity, and he's got that, and he's got some fitness with it, and it's great to get those guys, as in him and Connolly, both getting some 80 minutes of footy as well.
How does that rate as a captain? You haven't done it for very long, but in the wins that you've had, I mean, where do you put that one? Because it's pretty special. I know Christian said it's not who you don't have, but you still, it was pretty good. I mean, how do you look at it? What happened tonight?
Yeah, I guess like you said, it's probably up there with one of the better wins as a club. Just with the fact that you got guys like Tavita, that Wolfie spoke about, Peter, Orblex, Oren, Kurt, all playing first grade week in, week out now, and taking their opportunities and being confident about it. I just love the way that they've come into the team, brought their own strengths, but also really bought into what the team needs as well too. So I love the balance of that. I love the confidence that we're playing with at the moment. And like you said, it's probably up there with one of the better ones as a club.
And Isaiah, you've had a couple of different half partners over the last few weeks for certain reasons. How pleased are you within yourself that, for the most part, the attack seems to be really humming along nicely?
Yeah, it definitely felt comfortable. Over the pre-season, Jake trained a fair bit at 6 as well, so it wasn't like a new combination that we haven't ever tried before. We did train throughout the pre-season, obviously with Jack going down at the start of the year. Jake moved into the centres there, but he's been awesome. Just the way that he plays with his eyes, the confidence he has in the back of his running game, and the space that he can create for guys like Hummer and Herbie on the outside, and like you saw tonight with Cons too.
With the amount of forwards that you guys have lost that you're now playing behind, Frankie Molo's first stint was really strong. Like, he's probably making a case as one of the most important recruits of the year, given who you've lost. How have you found playing behind him?
Oh, I love playing behind Frankie. He stands in front of everyone. Goes after other forward packs as well. I think, obviously, with all the injuries, I think he's really taken it upon himself to stand up and be that dominant middle. He's playing more and more minutes now. He's getting a lot of confidence, and I just love the physicality that he brings. He's encouraging other boys like Kurt and Oren to go out there, All Blacks, to go out there and be tough, and take it against every other forward pack, no matter who we have on the field. So he's been awesome for us this year.
Christian, how important is this win coming into the bye and the real pointy end of the season?
Well, it keeps us in the race, doesn't it? So, with 6 games to go, we're 9-9, and that you need to be around that to play finals. So we obviously, I'd love to play finals. We put ourselves in a great position and had to work really hard because of a slow start. So it's in our hands what we do with it over the last 6 games.
How many trips will you get back for the trip to New Zealand after the bye?
Look, it's not guaranteed yet, but we're a chance of getting at least 2 back, hopefully. But they've got a little bit to go just yet.
Well, Todd, I suppose you'd be pretty disappointed with that first half. You really let them get away too much to do in the second half.
Yep. Very disappointing. Conceding the points that we did in that first 40 put us under far too much pressure and it was too much to chase down. Showed a heap of fight, got ourselves back in the game, but a couple of costly moments with 12-13 minutes to go quelled anything that we were putting together.
It seems to have been a bit of an issue for you, your defence this year. Obviously, the stats don't read well, but seemed to be something missing there on your edges tonight.
Yep.
Why is that, do you think?
It's been for different reasons throughout the season. It's been the bulk of possessions been going against us, but tonight that's not the reason. They're just on different pages, different moments, and it was really costly.
Did you sense any fatigue after the huge effort against the Bulldogs at all?
No. He's played 3 games in 8 days. And he's at the forefront of everything we're doing. So if anyone's going to be tired, it's this bloke. Not the 14 others that haven't had the 3 games.
Is it just hard to explain why we're behind when going into the half?
Well, when guys aren't getting their job done and, it's one-on-one misses or misreads, they're pouring through us and, they become costly. And that's why we're down.
We're quite deep into the season now. You talked about how the errors were keeping you up at night last week. What can you do at training for the rest of the year to try and take a bit of momentum for the rest of the year?
Just purposeful training, individual reps, individual coaching, unit coaching, team coaching, doing everything with a purpose behind it. Last week was difficult. We only had 5 days. This week we've got a longer turnaround, so it's important we get some good training days.
Tommy, you've seen other teams like Newcastle been in similar positions in recent seasons and put a run together. Do you think this team can do it? You're going to need to do it. I think if you're going to make the 8, you've probably got to win every game. You're capable of turning this on its head.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. I think our biggest challenge is just getting it together and then being consistent with it. And you look at this season, we've had so many games where we've been up and down, and then in patches of play, we're just so patchy and up and down throughout the game as well. And I've got a lot of belief, and I know if we get it together and get it right, we can get a strong run in the back end of the season.
You guys had all the territory really in the first half there, just not able to execute. I think there were 3 errors inside their 10 as well. Was it credit to Dolphins' defence or just what was going on with the execution on your end?
We just had a couple of poor drops, and think they become more crucial when you don't defend them. And you look at the Dolphins coming out of yardage, they had some clean line breaks and turned it into tries. And when you don't defend your errors, it makes them a lot more crucial. And it's disappointing because we should have been down there building pressure, and we didn't do that, and then couldn't back it up by defending our errors either.
Do you think you can?
If you've already been asked this, but have you given an update on Murray and also Tommy McKaylee?
Mars done his hamstring. He was pretty flat when I spoke to him. Said it's sore, and then Tom McKaylee's done a medial ligament in his knee, so I don't think both will be playing next week.
When you towards the midway through that second half, you sort of seemed to open up the game a little bit and had a lot of success. Scored 3 tries in about 8 minutes. Is that some confidence that you can take going forward as one of the positives out of this game?
Yeah, it is. I think the fact that we kept fighting back and sort of got ourselves back into the contest. But I think the attack just comes off the back of our defence, and when we're defending well and limiting the opposition's metres, it brings our attack game, and we've got to get that part right first.
Tony mentioned before, you've had 3 games in 8 or 9 days or so. How are you feeling physically, mentally, all that sort of stuff?
It's mentally a bit disappointed after the last couple of weeks, because you want to come back and be winning here at the Cowboys, but like the body's feeling pretty good and holding up well, and I'm just excited to now rip in at training and hopefully get our season back on track.
How are you handling this pressure, Todd? Obviously, this is not where you want to be. You've had a lot of support from your CEO in the last week as well. I mean, you've seen reports about the future, as we've seen with all clubs that are in the bottom part of the table. How's that all going for you?
Well, it's part of the business. I'm understanding of that. I've got myself to a point where I don't give that any energy. Hasn't always been the case, but through experience, my focus goes into getting this team right and what we're doing day to day. And then when I'm away from here, I'm getting better at being more present with my family. So that's my 2 focuses at the moment, and that won't change.